So I was not talking about this Times Square thing with the woman who's standing tall in Times Square, right? I was not talking about uh anything about it. And so I'm finally speaking on it. Okay, I'm finally speaking on it. Well, the universe always aligns. I from the beginning for what the past 2 months I had the Black Woman's Guide, the Black Woman's Guide. And the very first one in the Black Woman Guide is Black Woman, the World Hates You. And this statue is just the actual point of the fucking cover of what that book represents. The cover. The Black Woman's Guide was something I felt to do. And it just happened the way that it did. And then I started noticing divestors start talking about shit. They start focusing more on talking to Black women. Just as I was focusing more, the more women were focusing more. I mean, these are people who I peeped to listen to for a while. Went behind the scenes and stuff to listen to. Right? So I knew that there's a high message that's here this year. Something about this year, the snake. Something about this 2025 year. Because technically, this is a 9 year. There's a 40, there's 40, 2025, there's a 45, which is a 9, which is endings, letting go, getting rid of what no longer serves anymore. And that is exactly what has been the theme directly at mainly the Black woman. I think that's interesting. Don't get me wrong, he made one with a Black man too. He had on a hoodie and he looked a mess. It looked like he just came out of jail and was getting back on his motherfucking feet. Everybody's in this uproar about this big uproar about these statues. And I'm like, what's the surprise? But that's just me. I knew the divestors were going to flip their shit. But I still said, what's the surprise? And it confirmed to me that what I was doing on that show before they started to try to tear it down, because I know somebody reported me. I don't believe YouTube did that on their own. I know the copyright shit, somebody reported me. And I started going into the art of manipulation. I started digging down into that dark psychology shit. Next thing you know, they're trying to take me away. And I fought for that. Because I got reported. No, I got reported. I got reported because I was indeed speaking the truth. And I have to accept that I do nothing but speak the truth. I have to accept that I do nothing but channel and just become a message. Just a vessel of a goddamn message. I really am. The Black Woman's Guide is something that needed to be done. Then now you have the Black fatigue. You have black people saying they have a black fatigue. And they're saying, no, we don't have the black fatigue. We're having a nigger fatigue. It's not a black fatigue, it's a nigger fatigue. So, oh, okay. So it's a nigger fatigue. Got you? So you got them people. And with those kind of people, it goes on and on and on. And what I'm saying is, let's get back to this statue. See, why would a man, excuse me, y'all, for headphone users, why would a man who's from the UK, who doesn't even look fully black, looks like he's probably had a mama that's a divester, you understand? Why would he make a statue like this to represent the Black American woman significantly? Though we know that it's not just the Black American woman, that's the American woman in general. We are still, what I said, I think we at season 12 of my 600-pound life now. That's ridiculous. And so you have all of this. And my thing is, what's the surprise? You go back, go listen to my Black Woman's Guide entire series before I went into the dark psychology of everything. Go back into my Black Woman Guide series where I say to the Black woman, you need to be mean. You need to be in darkness. You need to be in that space in yourself of the dark goddess energy. However you want to word it. But you need to go and tap into your own dark psychology, Black woman. You ain't here to be nice and sweet to people. Our ancestral history ain't nice and sweet. Whether you are from the Americas, from the Indian tribes, from the West Indian tribes of the Caribbean, or the tribes, the indigenous West Indian tribes in the West Indies. Whether even if you stretch out to there, or even South Americans, you ain't here to be nice to nobody, Black woman. You ain't here to be kind and smile and have hospitality to no one, Black woman. I said this. And so now the world, and again, don't just think, because this man's from the UK, so don't just think he's attacking Black women. He feels this way about American women in general, okay? This is an in general thing. And trust me, the Caribbean woman is going to get a statue next. And she's going to be disappointed too. I just want you to know that. But this is what he depicted the Black woman to be. A woman in America in general. But we can talk about the Black woman. So are Black women going to start understanding and accepting why a lot of us act the way that we do? Because I'm here to tell you, a certain look and body type and height even of a Black woman holds a certain fucking personality that pisses me off. A certain voice, a certain walk, a certain attitude that pisses me off. And that's who she is, that represents the Black woman. And because of that Black woman, she's the reason why other people think that it's okay to do the shit they do to Black women. I'll give you an example. I overheard a conversation. I know I wasn't supposed to hear it because the way he responded when he saw me. But what happened was the rookie at the job and the maintenance man that's been there made a joke to her, made a joke to her about, did she do something or did she break something or whatever. And she was like, I ain't do anything. Why are you accusing me of that? And she reported him, you know, for saying that to her. You know what? See, it'll be that shit right there. Hold on, y'all. He reported her for saying that to him. And what happened is, when he reported her for saying that to him, he felt like, hey, I was just joking with her. But what's the major problem with that? Why is that joke a problem? And why did he feel it was okay to make that joke? We don't all gotta say it at the same time why he felt it was okay to make that joke. Because other mammies and other black women made it okay for him to do that shit. Now, I've joked with him, but it's okay because it's not a constant thing. I don't constantly joke with the man. My thing is always asking, what you breaking today? And that's it. But I know when to do it and I know when not to do it. Excuse me, headphone users. I know when to do it and I know when not to do it. And so what happened is that had happened. But see, the real bitch that we hate the most in the black community, the one we hate the most, is the mammy. The real bitch that we despise, who is the problem in the black community, it is the fucking mammy. She got a title now. She didn't have a title before. I mean, she was called the mammy in slavery. We knew her as the mammy in slavery. But we never really sat down and gave that bitch a true title. And her part in a destruction in black culture. Her part in the destruction of black lives. We never truly gave her a name. But now she has one. Sorry, headphone users. Now she has one. Right? Therefore, she has a name. Therefore, she has an identification. With her identification, she has characteristics, a personality, etc., etc. The mammy. She has a signature voice. She has a signature walk. She has an attitude. She can be your own mama. The mammy. And what is happening is this statue is telling everybody this bitch is such a problem that she has stolen the title to represent the black woman. This bitch is such a problem that she has dominated and taken over as the one that everybody see when they think of a black fucking woman. So we need this. We need that statue to stand because we need the black woman who looks that way. We need her to be hated. We need to talk about her. We need to put it out there to why this bitch is such a fucking problem to Black culture. She's the one who she get motherfucking mad at the wrong people and situations. She defends the absolute undefendable. That's this mammy bitch. Okay? Do we have to get into that part? She defends the absolute undefendable. She's a problem. We hate her. And I know that's not something we can say on YouTube, but we need to know we hate her. Okay? Why? Why do we hate her so much? Why do we hate this mammy so much? I just told you. Out of all the successful, wonderful, beautiful Black women, she becomes the representation. But you know why she becomes the representation? Because even that goddamn wonderful, successful, educated Black woman, that bitch is still a mammy. That bitch is still a mammy through all that. That bitch is still a mammy through all that. She's still defending the undefendable. See, the woman who created Black Lives Matter, she didn't know she hates Black people too. That's what y'all need to understand. This shit is so deep. Okay? It's so deep. She hates Black women too. She hates Black people. Beyond what people can understand that she hates them. And understand that, my bad headphone user, that it all begins to trickle down like a domino effect. All of this shit. There's a big old domino effect. And what is the domino effect? The domino effect is that Black people have a culture problem. But do we need to get into that? I headphone use mother wash my hands again. Do we need to get into that? Do we really got to get into the culture problem of Black people? Do we really got to touch on that right now? I didn't think so. I did not think so. Hold on. Bella! I don't see her. Do we have to touch on that? What about the fact that divestors and a lot of other Black women are telling Black women how hated she is on a global scale? She's hated on a global scale. What about the fact we talked about that? What about the fact that We have talked about how much this ghetto culture shit. What about the fact I told y'all, Amenti told y'all that this ghetto culture shit was staged for people to do their ritualistic motherfucking magic. I told y'all that. Y'all been told that that is your lifestyle and your culture, and that is your way of culture. You've been told that. You've been told that that is your slang. I'm just telling you. That's across the globe. They ain't just black people. That's across the globe. Been telling you, black people, y'all ain't invent a lot of shit that y'all think that y'all invented. Y'all ain't the first to create a lot of shit that y'all think y'all was the first to create. I've said that a lot of times. And I'm loving these times because I'm laughing at the fact that I said this shit. I spoke up about this shit. And I'm thankful, very thankful in this moment. I'm very thankful to the universe for this very moment and this experience. Because what I'm summoned to see more and more with this experience is that I have always been right. I've been more right than I have given myself credit for how right I am, how on point I am about this world. So what do? Well, if the divestors are serious about divestment, they'll put a petition out there. They'll bring it to Trump. They'll say, this is a new wave of black women over here. We are identified as a divested black woman. And this is the way of the divested black woman. But see, the divested black woman is smart enough to know that the mammy will still try to infiltrate whatever she's doing. Because everybody knows there's always an infiltration. Okay? Everybody knows that there's always an infiltration. Another thing to note, that's big, is that I'm about to step out for a second. Is that these kind of conversations need to happen. And I wonder if the black woman is ready to hear how much she's hated. I've been ready. I've been accepted. Okay. I've accepted it years ago. But I had to accept it more as time went on. I want to know if the black woman is going to finally just accept, you know what? Everybody hates me. Not because I'm a fat black woman. I'm a dark-skinned black woman. No matter how ambiguous of a black woman I look, the world hates me. And if I birth a black son or sons, whether even if they're ambiguous, the world hates me. The world don't like me. This is the target on my back every day, an invisible one. That's the reality that I face. and it keeps me the way I am. Keeps and I have no qualms about it. But see, the problem is you're gonna have women who want you to so separate and unidentify yourself with other black women that they're gonna encourage you to have a certain type of behavior, unlike what I'm telling you. I'm not walking around here telling you to be mean. I'm telling you, you ain't gotta be all kind and this and that to motherfuckers. Fuck them. That's what I'm saying. I had a situation where I was talking to a friend. I was upset about something. And this white lady comes out, this Karen basically comes out and was like, I'm in my meeting and you're cussing and you're this and that, da 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 da. So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, my bad, you was in your meeting. And the reason I did that was because I knew in that moment, she saw me come there every day, creating, doing my thing, quiet, don't talk to nobody, definitely never talk to her, don't speak to her, don't say a goddamn thing to her, because she be in a hole in the wall, which is her office, whatever that is. And so the purpose of her doing all that was to try to stop me. See, I pay attention to shit like that. It sounds over exaggerated, right? It's like, girl, that ain't that deep. Nah, it is that deep. It is that deep. See, I also noticed that certain behaviors and actions and ways of certain people is what determines how other people of other races treat you. Meaning that you have motherfuckers that are so caught up in what they believe that they hate to see somebody of color or black be the very opposite of what they believe that they are because they that ignorant. And I'm not trying to go down that path. We're going to go back to the statue. I have been in spaces, no matter where I've been in a lot of different states around America. And no matter where I go, there's always the black woman that looks like that statue that comes in there and she's loud as fuck about a bunch of nothing. It's always the black woman that looks like her that come into spaces that have no fucking boundaries. You don't even know her and she's saying some shit to you or asking you some shit, this, that, and the third. You don't even know her. She's loud as fuck. You don't even know her and she got some slick shit to say. That comes for that woman and the short ones. She got to get the last fucking word no matter what. I can go on and on and on. And so when you are the opposite of that, some people will feel some type of way. It's as if you're being deceitful or you're being fake to them. Now, I know that sounds stupid, but a lot of people in this country are stupid. What can I tell you? But that's what it is. When you're walking into a space and you're speaking a certain type of way, you style yourself and you carry yourself a certain type of way. You don't react to things in a certain type of way. That can make people feel some way. Because when they look at you, when I look at you, this is the way that I expect you to be. And that goes across the board. This is not, this statue is a statue of American women. It extends from the black, the white, the Hispanic, the Latin, whatever a woman who becomes American over here. But statues are universal. It's not just a one country thing. It's universal. It just happens to be in Times Square. Just like the French created the Statue of Liberty and she over there on Ellis Island, right? But it's a universal symbol. But I was speaking of a culture that I know of, and that's American to the Caribbean culture. And I could speak of other cultures, but I'm going to speak to the cultures I know closely, American and Caribbean culture. And that mammy, that bitch that you see on that statue, they all look like that. Their hair all looks like that. They do dress like that. They do wear their shirt like that. They wear their bra like that. See, they gave her grace. Usually their titties are way bigger than that. Way bigger than that. Her body is like that. She stands like that in the picture. Literally. Why does this happen? Why is this a thing? Why is this real? Because it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. There's an elephant in the room. Because it's one with a nigga too. He looked like I told you, he looked like he just came out of jail and he trying to get back on his feet. And that's another elephant in the room. And that one of the statue with the nigga looked like a damn creep. Okay? Another elephant in the room. And as y'all paying attention to what I'm telling y'all, they all look short and dark skinned with those stubby hands. Are y'all paying attention to that? Because that nigga the dog with the hoodie, he looks very short and stubby. There's an elephant in the room. In Black culture, that needs to be said, that needs to be talked about. And I'm always quote this proverb. It says, tell you about the men. By the behavior of the women in the tribe, tell you about the men. So even if he sit here and he got multiple kids and multiple baby mamas and kids and multiple baby mamas to those children, it's hard for me to say that. It's still a reflection on her. See? Let me say it again, because the proverb goes, by the behavior of the women is a reflection of the men. And I started talking about him, and I went on to her. But I'm still saying what that proverb is. The thing with Black culture and Black women, there's a major lack of responsibility. So I've been watching Orange is the New Black. I'm on the phone, so I can't give the presentation, right? But I'm going to say this, like as far as showing you pictures on the thing, whatever. Listen, there is a character named Sydney, Black woman. She betrayed her other Black friend. He's a dark-skinned Black woman. She betrayed her other Black female friend. She ran away from her life. Her daughter didn't know that she was her daughter. Instead of just facing the truth or handling the truth, right? That she betrayed her best friend and that she betrayed her mother because she told her she was going to do right, and instead of just sitting down, because the one she betrayed wrote the daughter letters telling her the secret, right? Because that was her best friend, right? And so instead of just confronting it and womaning up and just living her life and starting over, she ran away again because she couldn't handle the confrontation. Now, these things, these stories tell themselves. These are not people trying to attack Black culture or make it look, no. These stories tell themselves. You see, the problem is when a male has that many women and children accumulated together, somebody is going to start questioning the fucking background of these people or the mental health of these people. When people see people who are like this, people instantly look at them like something is fucked up over here. And a lot of times things are fucked up over there. When you see a dude on TV with 30 something kids and 20 something women, and these women are all sitting there with this fucking piece of shit, that man in the statue with the hoodie, and they look like the chick in the statue, you begin to start questioning, what the fuck is this? Don't get me wrong, it's not just Black culture. I know that. We're not going to go there with it. But you begin to mentally question, what the fuck is wrong with this? What the fuck is wrong with these people? And what are these children going to turn into in this world on all of us? Nobody's out there mind fulfilling that way. No one is being over judgmental for feeling that way. And that's why I said in the Black Woman's Guide, multiple children, multiple baby fathers, an unclean fucking home equals no respect. And anybody who takes you serious, something ain't right with them. And even people see people who would date someone like that and we like, yeah, something ain't right here. You got a savior complex. Hebrew Israelite males are always dating fucked up women. They're always dating women out there who have situations like that. They're always targeting that demographic. There's a savior complex, and that's a jailhouse religion anyway. So you have all of these things that goes back to this woman in that motherfucking statue. We have been friends with women like this. Some people it's your mother on that statue. It's your mother-in-law or your auntie on that statue. You can hear her attitude and her loudness in that statue. That's how fucked up it is. You can hear that nigga's voice and his fast talking scamming in that statue. That's fucked up. A lot of people said that. That's fucked up. Did she get bit by a spider? That's fucked up. Another thing, you know, I sit back and I am a big observer. I'm a big analyzer of everything. I can't help it. I am a writer. I can't help it. I'm an artist. I'm a creator. I can go on and on. I'm a writer. I analyze a lot of things. I had a situation today. I was walking, and this person pulls this big old truck up, and I'm waiting because I'm like, I thought they were trying to park or they was going to pull back, but pretty much they pulled the car up in front of me. And I was just more concerned that they were backing up and what the fuck they were doing. And so I just went on walking, got my food and came back. And my partner was like, yeah, I was wondering why the fuck he pulled the car in front of you and this, that, and the third. I was like, yeah, he has a Napoleon complex. That's exactly what I said. Because the back of the Jeep said, I love my haters. This big ass fucking Mack truck, damn Jeep he got. It said, I love my haters. And I said, you ain't got no fucking haters. Nobody give a fuck about you. I literally said that when I looked at that. I said, you ain't got no motherfucking haters. Nobody give a shit about you. And went back in the car. He had a Napoleon complex. He was Hispanic at that. Major Napoleon fucking complex. See, some things you can't take personal. Okay? Some things you just can't take personal. Some people you can't take personal. You have more power in ignoring them. But I digressed a little bit in the topic, right? I'm saying all this to say that if you already, I'm not trying to have you to universally attracted. I'm not trying to do that. You already have it in your mind and knows, nobody likes me because I'm a black woman. Put it on a t-shirt. Motherfucking walk around here and say it out loud. Nobody likes me. I'm a black woman. Of course nobody likes me. You just keep, that's the narrative that you keep saying. The confidence that shit is going to give you in this world. Believe me when I tell you. Because you're not going to fucking care when you walk around here. You're going to be like, it's all right. Nobody likes me because I'm a black woman. Any fucking way. It's whatever. Some people may laugh at you because, comedy is dark. Some people may really laugh, like think that that's fucking funny that you said that, even though you're dead ass serious. Understand that. How much time I did today? Oh, 41 minutes. Okay. Understand that it doesn't mean, I would say this. This is a table talk time now. Okay. This is table talk time. Table talk time because what are the things that is happening that needs to be paid attention to? And why is the mammy and this nigga the statued representation of black people? Like that's the real question. Why are they the statued representation of black people? Okay. Why is these two people, out of all the beautiful business entrepreneurs, just beautiful models, fashionistas, fashion kings, whatever you want to call it, all of these beautiful fucking people, why did these two niggas become the representation? What the fuck is the universe trying to fucking say? Why is all of this stuff that black culture is doing that is positive and successful, why is it not enough to come into recognition? Why is that? Why is that? Why? I mean, I'm serious. Why is that? Because it goes what I said years ago about black culture. The elephant in the room needs to be talked about. Mm-hmm. It's a topic that needs to be discussed. It's something that needs to come to recognition in black culture. Clowning, joking is not it. The truth is it. Facing the truth is it. The dark-skinned black woman has to hear the truth. The light-skinned black woman has to hear the truth. The tall black man has to hear the truth. The short black man has to hear the truth. No matter what black you are, the Caribbean black person has to hear the truth. The truth needs to be spoken. The niggas with the multiple kids and baby mamas and baby daddies needs to hear the truth. Needs to hear the truth. I mean, listen, that's the only way that this could, but that ain't gonna happen. Technically, it is happening, but it's coming with biasness and hate filledness and anger and all this shit and mockery. Because I'm gonna tell you something. People up north or from big cities, mainly up north, are far more serious than people in the southern areas. Far more serious. People in the south are far more silly, comical. They joke about everything. Everything is fucking funny. It's not a game for us in the up north. People up north, when you hear us speak, we have a much serious demeanor about the topic in which we speak about. Some people say we're boring, but people up north know how to convey the proper information, direct information, you know. That's the life of being from up north or being from a big city, colder regions. People from these different regions play a part in how the message is being delivered in or received. That motherfucker is in my house and I don't hear it. That's the problem. I gotta kill it. I'm just sitting back. I mean, I'm just sitting back and I'm watching. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm looking at people talking. I think our Black Exotica was listening to her, but I've been sitting back with it all and watching certain topics and titles kind of pop up. But I finished binging Orange is the New Black. Finally, I had to finish that one. And so I'm done with my series. My series that I have are coming back in another year. That's From and that's House of the Dragon. So I got a whole nother year for my series to come back. For now, this time is going to be taken to pretty much go back into reading again and go back into journaling and writing and whatever else that I want to get into. Just going back into that very deep study space or deep work space that I like to go into. I will be around. You notice how I'm formatting the show. I'm just kind of titling it and just talking to y'all, right? I will be around. I um have a few things I got going on in my background. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like I got a lot of few things going on. But I'm around And I got projects I'm picking up. Mhm. I got projects that I'm picking up, and when I pick up these projects, that's it. I'm at this point where I'm just like, how do I say this shit? Um, I think that America is a very distractive place. I know that America is. And the distractions are overwhelming. And it's so sad to live here and be in a space where being intelligent has been a thing that you have been programmed to be ashamed of. Being a thinker is a problem. Being smart, being still, being serious is boring. We live here in this over here, this side, Western society, where it looks like a waste of time to elevate your mind. It looks like you're wasting your time to even get on the camera and fucking pump iron and work out all day. Anything that feeds the mind is a problem here. America has always put that bitch, the kids, and the multiple baby father, that nigga in and out of jail with the multiple kids, they have been put on a pedestal in Black culture for years. And it seems like you're doing everything the way that makes sense, right? But no, it ain't enough. It ain't enough in Black culture. And that's the society we're in. Nobody is really bringing wisdom about things. Nobody is digging beyond what they see with the Diddy case. Everybody is so hung up on wanting to watch people who are successful suffer. And those of us that are mentally feeding our mind and our brain and reading and doing things, we are called the mentally ill people of the world. And that right there can make you go crazy. And that right there can make you want to unalive, be unalivable. Like, just like to go into that space of pure creation. What that dude did was a stupid thing to do. And I'm not going to sit here and let that shit bother me. And I damn sure won't want my partner to be bothered by that shit either. I read it. Ugh, Napoleon complex. Nobody's hating this motherfucker. That's what he wants. He wants people to do that to him, but nobody's doing it. I don't even know what kind of car Jeep this is. What is there to hate? It is all of these things. I had a recent situation where I'm going out, you know, and so next weekend shit like date or whatever, because it's been a while since I've been on like a date, and a neighbor wanted to come with me. I was like, I don't want nobody close to me, right? Just like I don't want nobody close to me. And the reason why is because, like, I'm a big, big, big advocate about being around people as myself. And I understood what my partner was saying, like, why this person would want to hang out with me. But I was just like, can't do it. The reason you have such viciousness of a lot of women, especially getting betrayed by people that they're calling friends. It's a lot of talk about monitoring spirits and jealous spirits that go on and on and on. I can't listen to the woman who talks about it because she's the exact woman that she's talking about, the woman who herself. Women who look like her are the women that are the most jealous and envious. So it's hard for me to listen to her. I can't get past that, and my intuition can't get past that. You understand? So I think it would have been better. It don't matter because I'm intuitive. I still probably would have picked it up. But I'm saying all this because this happens because of what America, this Western society is. You see, I go to bookstores. I love libraries. I love anything that's like fucking Michael's, Hobby Lobby, places like that. I love those places. And I have loved those places for majority of my life, in all of my life, until I am here to the next lifetime. And so you got to understand that this is going back to what I taught you about the burn book. Somebody can see you live such a simple life like that and be so whole and happy and peaceful and despise you for it. Somebody can see you go out dressed all the way up to the nines and not talk to nobody in that room and feel some type of way because they're not that way, or they have a problem with people like you. Somebody can see you go to a concert and you don't go all the way into the crowd and you stand on the side with a bandmate or with another band or something like that, or just with your friends and feel some type of way. So when you know that you have a certain type of lifestyle, you can't let people into your world and into your lifestyle and into who you are. And that's what it all comes down to. And so that's why I say no. Once, as a creative, you start to miss what it is that you are. Remember the art series I did? I think it was like 3 or 4 parts. Once, as a creator, you begin to feel far away from who you are or what you love to do. You have to fight for that back. America is not a space for intelligent people. America is not a place for intellectual people. This is why people who get all of those things end up leaving this country, end up not living in this country for a while. They leave. America is not systematically built for you to be that way. What you see on those statues is exactly what America has systematically set you up to be. That's why you're saying, well, why isn't it the educated, the fashion, the so many people that could be on that statue? Why is this nigga with the hoodie looking like that? Because that's what America is. That's what America wants you to look. That's what America wants you to be. Because that's what America is. You have to break the delusion of America. You have to break the delusion of what you believe the Western society is. You have to see it for what it is. That is it. Art imitates life. Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I said all I had to say about it. Sit back and sip my water and live my best life. I'm out of here.